G'day, Coach Steve from Courage here, and today I'm going to show you how to do two different movements. Number one is the dumbbell snatch movement, alright? We're going to be using a dumbbell here. What we ideally want with this dumbbell snatch is, like most of our movements where we lift something off the ground, have it right between our feet spaced evenly, alright? So just outside shoulder width with our feet pointed out slightly with our toes. Again, chest up at all times when we're coming down to the ground. We want a nice neutral spine. If I'm going to collapse my chest, this isn't a shape you want to see when you're lifting something from the ground. It's going to put a lot of stress in your lower back. So chest up nice and high. That's going to create a nice angle there for your spine. Then I'm going to drive my knees out over my toes here to pick up that dumbbell here. Now, to drive up to the ceiling with this dumbbell, what I want is to use my hips until the dumbbell gets to here, and then I'm going to use my shoulders to bring the dumbbell up to my shoulder line just under my chin here. Then I'm going to extend it overhead, so it's a whole body movement here. Step one, down to the ground, chest up nice and high. One arm, pick up that dumbbell. Drive through my hips, drive them forwards and straighten my legs to this position. I'm going to use that momentum then to drive up with a nice high elbow, getting the dumbbell to this shoulder position, and then I'm going to press overhead. Back down to the shoulder, back down to the hip, straight arm, down to the ground, chest up at all times. Front on view here, chest up, knees out over the toes, straight arm, driving up, straight up overhead, back down to the shoulder, back down to the ground. The idea is to keep the dumbbell as close to my body as I can. The further the dumbbell is away from my body, the more stress on my shoulder and my back. So we're here, notice how close the dumbbell is to my body. Very close, straight up, remains close on the way down to the ground here. That's a dumbbell snatch, hips and shoulders. The kettlebell high pull, very similar pattern at the bottom, but slightly different activation of muscles at the top. We're going to be using a little bit more rear delts and traps here. Same thing, knees out over my toes, chest up, driving up with my hips, but now my elbow is going to come nice and high, and I'm not going to press it overhead. So we're here, nice high elbow, straight back down to the ground. Swapping hands, high elbow, down to the ground. Again, keep the kettlebell close to your body, minimize that stress in the lower back. Here, keep it close, drive up with the hips, high elbow, back down.